Hello and welcome. As usual, thank you for tuning in and stopping by. If you enjoy this type of content, I would greatly appreciate thumbs up, commenting, sharing. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I truly appreciate your subscription. Just make sure that you activate that bell indicator so when I post a video, you can be notified about it. Today it is December the 26th, 2025, and I hope that each one of you had a great and blessed Christmas. So today's table topic to review, we're going to go over the CJRB. In this configuration, it is the ARRPM9 pocket knife. And this is one of the knives that I do carry here and then in my pocket for my everyday carry rotation. Sometimes you will see me with a Spyderco Tenacious, which is a knife that I truly enjoy and I have owned for quite a while. So, who is CJRB? Well, CJRB, it is a knife company. It's made out of China. Now, they do focus and tailored to a more cost-effective value proposition for us, the consumer. And they're actually also owned by another knife company, which is called Artisan Culture. And based on some of the pictures and images that I have seen, they make some decent looking nice knife. This knife, honestly, I truly enjoyed the look and finish to it. This has been on my possession for the past 3 to 4 years, and it has held up pretty well. You do not see any rust in this knife whatsoever or in the blade. So far, so good. Now, I do like that stone finish on the actual blade. I think looks pretty nice. And the shape of the blade. Now, I can tell you right from the beginning that this knife can be a little bit on the heavier side, almost going in double the weight to the Spyderco Tenacious. We're going to go ahead and get into some of the specs of this knife in a second. Make sure that if you have any questions or comments, please do so down below, and I'll be more than glad to go ahead and give you a response. Now, this knife as well, before I forget, you can pick it up between $50 and $55 with the copper grip. There are other variants like a black looking carbon fiber, etc. They usually run between $35 and $39, but this one runs for about $55. And honestly, I don't know if you can pick that up on camera. It looks pretty well, and I truly enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get into some of the specs, and I'll go ahead and turn the camera for you guys. All right, proceeding. So let's go ahead and put the blade and the knife on the scale. We're running right now 7.73 ounces, and comparing that to the Spyderco Tenacious, it's going for 4.13 ounces. So doing side-by-side comparison on weight, we're going almost in close to double the weight with this knife versus the Spyderco Tenacious. Of course, it has to do a lot with the actual grip of the blade or the knife, and also the thickness on the blade and the construction of the blade as well. Now, besides weight, if we go ahead and take a quick look at the actual length of the blade, we are going in, we like to say close to about 3.3 to 3.4 inches in length of the blade. And from this end to this end, we're looking a little bit over 8 inches. So yes, it is not a very small pocket knife, knife, but right here, so you could compare it to the Tenacious, it is definitely a little bit on the longer side and heavier side. As to the actual blade thickness, I think I measure about 0.12. Yeah, 0.12 to 0.13 on the actual thickness of the blade, and at the actual grip thickness, we're looking about 0.45. So let's go ahead and put that side by side. The blade has a or blade grind. It is flat, and the material type of the actual blade itself is the ARRPM9, which is what CJRB uses. I don't know if you can pick that up. Again, it has a stone finish to it, and I think it's pretty nice. I said I own it for numerous years, and it has no signs of rust whatsoever. It does has a liner lock system to it, and honestly, guys, there's barely any movement on this blade. So far, I have truly enjoyed this knife. Like I said, I used it the most to open up boxes. Nothing aside of that. I don't know if I already mentioned, they usually run for about $50 to $55 if you were to get them. So I believe that for the money, you're getting a pretty decent knife or pocket knife. As to the belt clip, it is stainless steel, feels pretty darn well, and you can rotate it from one side to the other. It has a lanyard loop right here if you like to run a lanyard loop on it. Now, the only thing is you cannot change the orientation on the belt
On the
clip
pocket clip,
from this end to this other end right here. You can only keep it on one end only, but at least you have the option to move it to the other side. Let me see if I'm missing something else. We talked about the clip, which is being steel. The pivot assembly, which is pretty good. I don't know if you can pick that up right there on camera. The pivot assembly, it is a ceramic ball bearing, and so far hold up pretty well. I don't feel any resistance to it or any grind at all. Any questions about this CJRB? Honestly, it is a nice knife to own if you're into knives. Now, always make sure that you know your state laws, because again, this blade, it is close to 3.5 inches. In some states, they do have certain restrictions as to pocket knife, carrying. They'll only allow you up to 3 inches or 2 inches. I don't know. Just know your state laws. If you enjoy this video, if you enjoy this knife, please, I appreciate thumbs up, commenting, subscribing, and we shall see ourselves in the next one. Always stay safe and stay strapped. Bye-bye.